I'd like to introduce our Thermaxx jackets, which are custom fabricated installation jackets for boilers and boiler system components. In the upcoming presentation, we'll discuss our surveying process, heat loss calculation methodology, and how our removable and reusable jackets are the right fit for mechanical rooms.
And this is what a typical mechanical room looks like for those of you who don't normally step into the work area. And this room, while it is insulated, and you can even see some new insulation, there are so many opportunities in this room to save gas therms. From the piping that is bare to the components on the left side of the screen, everything in this room should be insulated. So thermal savings in every mechanical space. Here you see, again, jackets and piping hand in hand in a mechanical space, providing gas therm savings and energy efficiency to this client. In addition, we're cooling off the adjacent areas. The rooms above and next to are no longer overheating because we're insulating the piping and we're covering the serviceable valves with removable jackets. So to get a comprehensive survey together to submit to the utility as a scope of work, we walk through all of the areas in these buildings where insulation typically is located, marking all of the components and piping with an asset number, and using an app that we've created to gather all the info. So the size, the type, if it's pipe, the linear footage, the number of elbows. We also gather the savings information as far as the hours of operation, what the client pays per M-pound, the boiler efficiency, and the ambient temperature. All of that gets inputted into our app that we link to Salesforce. And when we leave the work area and we're in a good Wi-Fi setting and we hit sync, it all pushes up to Salesforce, and then I'm able to request the installation survey, which is also known as the scope of work. And then I'll just go live to a sample. This is a sample multifamily in the Bronx. And these are all the inputs that the app populates, each field we fill in as we're walking through locations, the description of the components, and then we choose the asset based on temperature so that it assigns the correct thickness to that jacket or that pipe. The pipe thickness is based on the New York Energy Code, and the thickness of the jackets are based on 3E plus calculations, and we're designing the jackets to have an outside touch temp of 120 and under. So here you see the bare operating temp, the hours of operation. This is the proposed thickness for that asset. 3E plus also tells us bare how many BTUs are being lost per hour per square foot. And then once insulated with this proposed solution, this is what the result would be as far as BTU loss. And then we're also showing the client how many dollars are lost per year if that remains uninsulated versus the cost, the payback in months. There's also a project highlights tab where you can just get all the details, especially this one. The monthly cost of waiting is, for this campus, it was something they didn't wait on. They moved on it. I talked about 3E plus. This is what the program looks like. We input all the asset numbers that are similar in size and temperature. And then 3E plus lets us know that if we're using whatever type of insulation, in this case, it was a hydrophobic insulation, that we would need one layer to achieve that desired outside touch temp, and it gives us the BTUs before and after.
We can see that with proper measurement and calculations, Correctly fitted insulation jackets can drastically reduce energy usage in all types of facilities, regardless of the process type. These facility savings allow tenants to focus on their own energy-saving goals, without the added burden of unnecessary increased plug load from temperature regulation. Thermaxx jackets provide real savings and real reductions in greenhouse gas emissions.